3, 2, 1. Bush. Sadly, we don't have any bush on us. We are here live.
Nope.
In Milwaukee. We are on the road this week, and unfortunately, we were at 2 bars earlier today, and we ended up not picking up any beer for this podcast. So, we are at Charlie Berens' apartment right now.
Yes, without Charlie.
Charlie's not here, so yeah, he just moved in, so no beer anywhere to be found. So
Barely couches.
We're all riding the buzz that we had at the bar before this. Hopefully carry it us to the end of the podcast.
Dying fast.
Dwindling.
Yes.
But this is how we're committed. We're committed to the podcasting game. And so we're going to do the podcast anyways. Guys, thanks for tuning in to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Myles, the You Betcha guy, here with Tyler, the camera guy. No Ryan today. Ryan didn't make the trip. Budget cuts. He's an expensive guy to travel with. He's got all these like special demands. Always wants to eat at the fanciest restaurants. I mean, that guy, he's tough to travel with. You guys know that.
Doesn't he have to fly home to let his dog out every day too?
Every single day about noon, he goes home for 2.5 hours.
He takes a helicopter ride from the bunker to his house just so he could be faster, but just burning through our money.
How well exercised is Birdie this week since we're gone?
Oh my God. It's probably at the office right now. So, but the voice you just heard, if you don't know it, this is Matt. Matasaurus Rex is here with us. He has his own podcast, the Goose Egg Sports Podcast, correct?
Correct.
How would give a 1-sentence description of what that's all about?
It is 2 guys.
That's it. That's all it is. There it is right there.
That's all you really need to know.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was literally about to say it's just 2 guys talking sports. I don't think there's a market
What a
for that.
pitch.
That's untapped.
What a
It's
pitch.
very untapped
Yeah,
market.
I don't think that there's any other sports podcasts like that. So it's really cool that you guys are really cornering that market.
Someone's got to do it. A voice for the voiceless.
Don't you also produce a pretty successful podcast other than this one?
No, I don't think.
I think that's not a successful one.
I prefer not
sure.
to advertise that one.
Okay. Well, good luck with the goose thing.
So, anyways, Matt, great to have you on. Jake is producing. We are 2 men down, but you know what? It's not the guys you lose along the way. It's the ones you pick up.
Thanks.
And,
We are a strange crew.
This is definitely a hodgepodge here put together, but we're going to make it happen. When in Wisconsin, you just get the crew together and you do a podcast in Charlie Berens' apartment without him. So, what we've been up to is we've been traveling, doing a little small town bar tour, which is a little teaser of the videos that are going to come out here soon. Kind of a new series we developed. So, be looking for that on YouTube. But Tyler,
Myles.
what was the thing that stuck out to you today on our little tour we had?
Oh, there were a lot. You know me, history buff me. The last bar we went to has a lot of really cool history.
Walski's
in Milwaukee.
Since 1908. Now, we've been doing You Betcha for 4 years. I could not imagine having a business that lasts over 100 years, which is mind-blowing. Made it through Prohibition.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing. I read a giant article on the wall for their 100-year anniversary, and there's a little part in the paragraph. It's like, then they squeezed their way through Prohibition.
That's probably when they made
I don't know what that means.
They probably made their most profits during Prohibition. Yep. Yeah. People were doing some creative things back then to keep selling booze.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a good one. I think, you know what, guys, it's just the people we meet along the way. Really,
that is true.
That actually is like a cheesy thing to say, but we met some cool people today and yesterday doing our little tour, and we're excited to show that content to you guys at some point. Tyler,
Yep.
we have a segment Jared did give us a list of stuff we can talk about. What is one of those things that's on the list?
Yeah, one of them is we got to chat about each one of our first jobs, our first ever professions before we found ourselves sitting in Charlie Berens' empty apartment living room doing a podcast.
So I'll get mine out of the way. I've been very public about the fact that I just worked concrete construction. My dad owned a concrete construction business. I did that growing up. So that's boring. We can move on from that one. But Tyler, you're the man of like 150 jobs.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to ask you guys to set a stipulation here. Are we counting first ever job that I was paid for or first ever job that was taxable income?
First job you were ever paid for.
Okay, so that was I was trapping gophers for a farmer.
Gophers, eh?
Yep. So I would go around and I would help around too. I was basically a farmhand, but I was mainly trapping gophers.
How do you trap a gopher, Tyler?
There's two different types of traps. There's the classic trap.
There's the one where they die and there's the one where they don't die.
Correct.
Which did you specialize in?
I had claw traps, so it would kill them.
Okay.
So that one is like a weird little claw on a spring, and it would spin around in a circle and stab them, and then they would die right away. And the other one, it would catch him by the foot, and then you'd have to go kill him yourself.
Did you ever do the water bucket method?
I don't know what the water bucket method is.
You fill a bucket of water, pour down a hole, hold the bucket over the hole. Eventually it'll come shooting out, and then you like pull the bucket to the side. Then you just have a bucket, and then usually just lift it up and shoot a BB at it. That's what I did growing up.
I have not tried that. I'll have to give that a shot this summer when I go back.
Pretty sure that's illegal.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
The gopher community will come after me, I'm sure. But
I wonder what gopher prices are these days. You used to sell the feet. That's how you'd make money.
What is a gopher gopher?
Yeah, what is a gopher these days?
I'd say a gopher goes for
How much could a gopher go for?
If a gopher was going for it.
That's a Tyler. There's no way you had that many different jobs.
I've worked a lot of shit, man. A lot.
Explains why you're so cranky all the time.
I would always
have been
He should be retired by now.
Yeah, he's worked enough jobs to have been retired like 5 years ago.
My thing during college too was I would just quit ahead of like a long break in college instead of trying to get time off for like Thanksgiving.
So you're like the worst employee of all.
No, I would show up, I'd work my ass off for 4 months, and then instead of asking for 2 weeks off for Thanksgiving,
You're like
I
a
just
traveling nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've walked out of jobs before?
No, I would let them know ahead of time. 2 weeks ahead, I was like, my 2 week notice, and I'm done here because I'm going back home. And then I'd go home for 2 weeks, come back, find a new job, and start it over.
He was actually just that employable. He just knew he'd get a new job in 2 weeks.
It was pretty easy. If you don't set the bar high for what job you're going to get, it's pretty easy to get it.
That is true.
You were trapping gophers. That is fair.
That was in like 8th grade.
Yeah. Matt, what about you?
My first job, I was the first ever person hired in the entire country with the title of gaming expert at Best Buy. They were starting like this big renovation for their video game. They were renovating like their video game.
Can you confirm that in any way?
That's what they told me during the interview. I don't know who I would talk to now.
How'd the interview go? Were they like, hey, do you know who Mario is? Check. Good answer. Good answer.
That is just so degrading to what I was actually doing to what I was doing for them.
How fucking dare you, Jake? This was a serious job.
It was.
Gaming expert, all right?
At 14 years old.
Seriously. Do you know how many hours he spent in the mom's basement drinking Mountain Dew and sweating his ass off?
You're still catching up.
Yeah.
If anyone in this podcast
Well, were
should know
you
about
ever a
gaming,
gaming
Green is
expert?
a bad color on you, Jake.
Were you ever a gaming expert at Best Buy before?
No, I was the gaming expert
Then
at
you
whatever's
can't
better
even
than Best
talk.
Buy.
You can't talk. So what qualified you to get that job?
I think I just knew a lot about video games because it wasn't like what I was doing on the floor because I was fired in 2 months.
You got fired?
I got fired, yeah. I got let go.
What was maybe you thought they realized that the gaming expert was a pretty unneeded spot or?
No, I think I just sucked at it. I was like 14 years old, but I looked like I was 9.
Yes.
And they don't give you a shirt until you like earn your stripes. So they never gave me a shirt.
You
And
had a little name tag.
yeah, and nobody thought I worked there, even the other employees. I'd go like ask another employee for help and they'd be like, oh wait, sorry, do you work here? And they would like put their hands on their knees and look down on me.
You're like, did you lose your mom?
Literally.
Come with me up to the front here. We'll do it on the
What's your
intercom.
mom's name so we can call her in?
So how are you gonna
What's your mom's name?
Diane?
Is there a Diane in the store right now? We have your kid up front here. He stole one of our workers' name tags, said he was a gaming expert. Make the kid go outside and play. They said all that on the intercom.
Pretty much. And long story short, it's hard to have your confidence bounce back from that and then go and like sell an 18-year-old on a PlayStation. So I wasn't selling enough.
Oh.
That's why I got let go.
Cutthroat industry.
Little bit.
Yeah.
So in your interview, did you go into the interview with the expectation of being the first ever gaming expert in Best Buy history? Or was it just like, hey, I would like a job, please?
I just wanted any job. I was going for a cash register job, but then I bonded with the manager about video games. And he's like, you know what? I think I got something new for you.
I thought it was maybe it was your dad's like cousins like was the manager there, so it was like he's my cousin, we gotta hire him, I told him I'd do him a favor.
We don't have any open spots, make one up.
Yeah, exactly. They just made a spot up for you.
I mean, it might have well as been because it ended and I was heartbroken. I bragged to everyone about that job.
So did you, in the interview, did you just say enough buzzwords about video games so they're like, you know what, I'm not even gonna question if that's even real? Halo 2 plasma blaster is probably what you said, and they're like, give this guy a job.
Talk a lot about lag time.
Yep, I literally wrote a video game blog at the time, so I think I had that going for me.
Oh, really? Is that still in existence?
I don't even remember what it's called.
Hope to God it's not.
Yeah.
Did you ever sell any ad space on said blog?
No, I didn't know how to do any of that. I probably had no readers.
Best Buy probably would have jumped on that.
Probably, but yeah, let me go 2 months later. It was rough. I literally went to the GameStop parking lot and sobbed, and I said I will never buy from Best Buy again. And I had not gone into a Best Buy until about 6 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, I'd stayed away until about 6 months ago.
Was there weird feelings that came up when you walked in, or was it like...
I did feel weird because it was the one I got fired from. I went in my hometown, and yeah, it felt weird. I kept thinking someone was going to recognize me, even though it's been 10 years.
Well, you should.
What if you walked in?
And not a single fucking person still works there.
Yeah, exactly.
Turnover there.
Matt walks in and like, hey, where's your mom,
Yeah,
buddy?
hey, are you lost?
Oh my God, is that
Diane? Is there
Here
Diane? His picture's up on the wall. If you lose this kid, call Diane's number.
By the way, first gaming expert in Best Buy history.
Yeah, did you walk in and see another gaming expert and be like, fuck you?
I've seen some more. Yeah,
Oh.
they're popular now.
Did you at least put that in your LinkedIn profile or not?
I don't think I don't think that job.
off. You might want to put that in there and spice it up.
Even with a 2 month stint.
when you're looking for your next job.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause you got about 2 more months. So,
Anyways.
that took a turn.
Jake, how about your first
Yikes.
job?
Jake's like, this is my first job.
Yeah. No, my first job was raking baseball fields. That's not that fantastic, guys.
How does one rake a baseball field?
Yeah,
Like the dirt?
Yeah, like rake the
Yeah.
dirt and shit like that. Yeah, like doing all that stuff. We had a trike, and we would drive around a trike.
Like a tricycle.
No, like a 4-wheeler trike, like a 4-wheeler with 3 wheels.
That's called a 3-wheeler.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, I mean, it also is a trike technically.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is a trike.
So it was motorized, or you had to pedal it yourself.
No, it was motorized. It was like
Imagine Jake's like 4 years old. They put like a little like raker behind him. Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you do that in between innings, before games?
Yeah, it was like before and after every single game. I'd have to drive out there on my trike.
Was it for the little league or? What was it for? Really?
For the little league.
Call it a 3-wheeler. It makes you sound
Yeah.
better, honestly.
All right.
Trike sounds like you're a little kid.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so stuck on trike. I don't. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean, we don't either, man. So,
yeah. Anyway, so I'd take a little 3-wheeler out and do laps around the infield or whatever. Maybe go out there, spray down the mound, spray down home plate, chalk the lines, and all that stuff.
did you ever get booed?
No.
Okay. Just wondering.
Did anyone ever try to hit you like the ball picker as a golf range, as a driving range?
No, they did not. Because I wouldn't do it during the middle of games. It's only a little league or whatever. You know,
Those
it's not
kids
like
are assholes sometimes.
it's not like I have to go out there in the middle
Someone
of a
paid
game.
you to do that at a little league field?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like how much?
I was like 13. I think I made like I got paid actually a great amount for it. I think I was making like $13 or $14 an hour.
And
That's
you
the
get-
example.
To ride a trike. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the example of your uncle hooking you up with
Yeah.
a job.
So
Yeah.
I will say though, it is really satisfying. Probably not what you were doing, but like when you see the whole crew walking out there when they're pulling the dirt rakes, and they all do it really well. Just one pass down and one pass back, and then it looks perfect after that.
Does
Yeah.
look nice.
But they don't use trikes, do they?
No, they walk it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Jake wasn't strong enough. Hadn't gone through puberty yet.
That's true.
How old were you? Like 18?
I think I was maybe 20
last summer.
Yeah.
I think I was like 13 years old or something like that. But when you're making $14 an hour and there's a concession stand right there while you're working,
just glizzies on glizzies going down your gullet.
Yeah.
I'm talking cotton candy, Twix bars.
Lots of Laffy Taffies.
Yeah, they had a
It's
slushie.
amazing today that you're not diabetic, really, is the Mountain Dew intake and all that stuff.
Yeah, that is true. I should probably go get that checked out, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. We don't want you to lose a limb, so you should maybe do that.
All right, thanks, Myles.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, and then I forgot. I after that got done, I ended up umpiring at the same baseball field, and I had one game. I umped for one game. Again, I was like 13 years old, and I got booed at my one game because there was a play at the plate, and I just like froze, and I had to like think about it for a second on whether or not the dude was safe or out. And some parent from the stands started yelling at me because I made the wrong call or whatever. I burst out into tears. I started crying.
I
the whole
feel
play.
that, dude. I don't think there's a job on earth I would be worse at than like a referee or
Time
an
out though.
umpire.
What the fuck is all the crying about?
Wait, what?
Like, I can understand like a lot of points of views. You burst out in tears from getting yelled at from
At
parents
18?
at 18 years old.
No, I was 13.
You were crying at 13 years old.
Yeah, because he was like, fuck you, wrong answer. Or like,
Why don't you
and
just flick him off back?
Yeah, you're right.
You should have tossed him.
Why don't you just do the like crisscross on your crotch to suck my dick back to him?
the Generation X.
Yeah, you're right. I should have.
Tyler,
Yes.
Am I in the wrong?
This is a lot of crying going on.
Yeah, Matt cried after getting fired.
I know.
Jake cried after getting yelled at.
I couldn't let you that slide a little bit.
And here's the thing too, is that after the dude got done yelling at me and I'd wiped up the tears or whatever, he was like, "Hey man, I'm the head of umpires here, so I just take this shit really seriously."
So your boss yelled at you that
And I
much.
didn't even know that he was my boss at the time.
But also, that guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, what kind of boss yells "fuck you" to a 13-year-old?
Yeah. And
That's actually a great cop out. If you are a little league dad and you get too heated, just say you like work for the stadium or something and you just respect the game so much you just got a little unhinged. It sounds way better than if you're just an angry parent.
Hey, I have a temper issue.
And ump wears a face mask, right?
yeah.
Could people see you crying out there on the field?
No, I don't. I actually don't think I burst into tears right away. Well, I was 13, so I had to call my dad to come pick me up. And so,
This guy's being mean to me. No, this is him. He did do one more inning before he quit, and he's like, strike.
Shoulders are jumping up and down.
The count is 1 and 2.
How many makeup calls did you give the other team?
I don't even remember, but I probably
Why
said,
don't you toss him? That's like the number one thing as an umpire is you control the stadium. You should have tossed that fucking guy out of the stadium.
Actually, now that you say that, I think I told him to get out of there.
He's just making stuff up.
You can't go from I was sobbing on the
Sobbing
field
like
to I
quit.
tried to throw him out.
That's a bold-faced lie.
No, I think
Oh no.
I hate that he's not on camera right now because if you saw him, he's just doing the moonwalk out of this conversation.
That's so not true. Could not be more relaxed right now.
You obviously weren't on the field that day.
You were tense. You were tight.
You're right. I was a little bit.
Did you umpire
ashamed.
ever again?
No, actually, that was my first and last game.
So your only game.
So
Yeah.
you're not only a crier, you're a quitter.
Well, I was doing like the second base or first base umping or whatever, but it was like my first game behind the plate, and that was like cool because you get to wear the pads and call balls and strikes and stuff like that. So it was my one time and my only time being the home plate ump.
Was this one of the situations where it's such a small game, like Little League game, where there's just one ump, or did you at least have an infield ump somewhere too?
Yeah, there was always one infield and then one home plate ump.
Because I remember back in the day, there would just be a home plate ump, and he would call all the plays.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he'd be like jogging out to the
Yep.
to the
He
mound.
would kind of run out behind first base to try to see it from a better angle.
Yeah, this is a pretty advanced little league
Yeah.
that Jake was in. So they had a couple.
one state every year. So,
Oh my God, here we go.
But they put your ass back on the trike like right away after that game.
100%. Yeah,
Back to the trike. He actually, like the next few games, because it was like a doubleheader or whatever, he just was outside leaning up on the chain link fence. People started walking in and go, "You don't want to go in there. This place is bullshit."
sucker hanging out of my mouth.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he's got his hair slicked back.
Let me tell you, kids, soccer's where it's at.
Don't let those guys in there get you down. If you need a good cry, I'm out here for you, is what you said. And the other guys going in.
I think I've forgiven him by now.
Dude, you remember baseball? They always have those weird chalky suckers, like they're like chalk.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like sweet tart kind of thing.
But they're not a circle. They're like a squish circle.
Yeah.
They're like always like a pink or purple.
Yep. They're like blue and pink,
yellow,
like top and bottom
They would
halves.
destroy your tongue too.
Yes.
But they were good.
Very good. Why?
I could never finish one. I was always biting into that shit.
Yeah, I've been into it by the 3 licks in.
Here's a thing about me that maybe you don't know. I've never finished an entire mint before without absolutely destroying it with my teeth.
I think we should try that on the podcast to make for really good audio.
Yeah.
Until finally, like Myles, you hear a crunch and we're like, ah, fuck.
All right. It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? I have no idea because I could never make it that far. I actually think that's the whole gimmick of the commercial now.
Oh, they just want to get you to
It
buy
100%
some.
is. The owl never does it.
I tried it in 7th grade. I don't even remember how many it took.
Did you guys know? You guys remember the whole bit of when you were growing up that there was an image of a Native American shooting the star or whatever, and it was like you get a free lollipop if
It was on the sucker wrapper.
Yeah, I think that was bullshit, though.
Yeah, it was all bullshit, but stores went along with it.
Yeah, because it got kids to buy them.
Well, but then they were just giving away free lollipops.
Honestly, that was the first iteration of pull tabs, really, is what it was.
Yeah.
You buy the sucker to try and get the little symbol so you can get the free one. And
they saw
Turns out you were the sucker all along.
Yeah, they saw how jacked the parents were getting, so they started doing it on Mountain Dew bottles.
And then they started just saying, just rip open this cardboard, and then we're just never going to let you win.
So you have sucker wrappers to thank for your pull tab investment portfolio.
Yes, I am a pull tab investor. People know that about me. People know that about me. And so far on this trip, we've sunk $120 in a pull tabs, correct, Tyler?
We?
Yeah, what is this wee shit?
Well, we're in this together. I have sunk $120 into pull tabs, and I have won $12.
Correct.
$12. So if you want to be an investor like me, get a nice return on your money, hit me up. I'll talk you through it. We'll get you through the right financial course. We'll get you in the funnels. Pull tab investing is where it's at. Long-term investment. I could spend $400. I could spend $499 and hit one $500 pull tab, and I'm ahead.
Yeah, you're due. You're due is what they say.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Maybe I'm not even due yet. I could still spend another $400.
It's a long week. It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, that is true. So, pull tab investing is where it's at. That's actually my latest little quirk that I've been working on.
Don't give away too many secrets, though. You might want to sell a course on this.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I'm not one of those scummy finance dudes. I just want to give away all my secrets.
Yeah, give a master class out.
Yeah. So I'll share all my investing secrets. Hit me up. So mostly take your $20 bill, put it into machines is really all it takes.
I didn't know you could usually just play like one game, put all 20 into one game. I always mix it up like as much as possible.
Well, diversifying your portfolio, yes. 100%. That's a great move. It all depends. There's also the don't put all your eggs in one basket type of thing. I mean, that's the
I
mentality.
prefer my eggs in the same basket, to be honest.
And why is that, Tyler?
Easier to carry.
That is very true. If you got like 8 baskets to carry around, you're going to look like a doofus.
Yeah, then it's all that empty space.
Also,
in the
who
basket.
has that many baskets? I
Right.
think I only have 1 to maybe 2 baskets laying around.
Yeah, and you're going to fill that one up, then the eggs aren't rolling around in it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you haven't experienced the negative consequences of having your eggs in one basket.
True. Maybe I'm due for that.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you're due to get a little life lesson from the Easter Bunny.
You need a metaphor dropped on you.
Fuck.
Myles, which do you prefer? Like in Minnesota, they have boxes of pull tabs, like the vinyl clear boxes or whatever. And then there's machines. Which do you prefer, the box or the machine?
I don't really have a preference. Mostly is whatever one's going to get me a return on my money. Is what I care about. I think I've had more luck with the machines spitting them out than I have the clear boxes. But the clear boxes are cool. But the machines spitting them out is also cool. I like pushing a button and seeing one come out. That's how they should.
A feat of human technology.
Yeah. I prefer the boxes, especially in the states where they're allowed to cross off the winners. So then you can kind of game the system a little bit. Like, all right, this box looks pretty empty, and there's still a lot of big boys in it. So maybe I'll throw.
That's pull tab investing. Do your market research. Go for the ones with the X's out. Stay away from those. Go where you got a bigger chance to make more money. That's just science.
Are you more intimidated by a completely full box with no things crossed off?
I'm not intimidated by anything.
All right, perfect.
Let alone cardboard.
Are you more
Next question,
Especially
please.
not measly old cardboard.
Are you more weary of a box that is completely full with nothing?
Actually, I
crossed off?
take that back. I am intimidated by one thing, and that's that kid on the podcast we talked about the other week. The kid who just walks around without giving zero fucks that's tying swings together. That 8-year-old kid, that guy intimidates me.
Menace to society.
I can be intimidated by an 8-year-old walking around on a playground with just absolutely no fucks given.
Those are the kids that end up in jail.
Yeah. Or, some of them change their life around and end up working concrete construction.
I thought you were going to say doing a podcast.
Yeah.
That too. No, that's a good question. Yeah. Not intimidated.
I enjoy the glass boxes because they often have a person behind it. And then
It also reminds me of my emotional spectrum, just a glass case of emotion.
you see what's in there.
You relate to the pull tabs.
Yeah, I feel what those pull tabs are feeling.
Are you a box half empty or a box half full kind of guy?
I don't know. It doesn't matter what box it is. I'm going to fill it, with pull tabs.
Okay, all right.
With my money. All right. Should we whoa. Should we take a break and then get into the next segment or what?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Even when we do YBR in the studio, all our headphones are connected. You always turn it up, and the rest of us are just fine. And it's always you that needs it up.
Well, that's what you get to do when you sign the paychecks, Tyler.
No, I'm genuinely concerned about the health of your hearing.
I'm genuinely concerned about a lot of things with me, but again, we've talked about this, Tyler. You bury it deep down and you never bring it up.
Hearing is low on the list.
Yeah. Oh my God. I couldn't be less worried about hearing.
I'm pretty sure they've fixed that, right? Hearing aids and shit. Yeah, I think you're good.
You know what I heard fixes hearing? Mountain Dew Purple Thunder, found only at holiday gas stations.
I could go for a Mountain Dew Purple Thunder right now. We messed up not bringing any on this trip.
Oh, that would perk me right up.
I will have to say, a lot of people were asking what flavor Mountain Dew that was on the table.
Yeah.
On the last podcast,
Yeah.
on the clips, and then the actual full video podcast. So for those who are wondering about it, you got to go to your nearest holiday gas station and get yourself a Mountain Dew Purple Thunder.
I would like to just say, for legal reasons, I don't think Mountain Dew Purple Thunder will improve your hearing. But it
do you
does
know that?
But it does taste good. Yes. I don't know that. So maybe.
Purple Thunder.
Liquid hearing aids.
That was my thunder effect.
Purple Thunder.
That's good.
That was pretty
Probably the
solid.
best way to do the do is purple.
Yeah, I thank you, Matt.
That from our resident gaming expert.
Yes.
Jake would know.
Yeah, I do know. I do drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
We know.
I know. I will say Purple Thunder, definitely like in my top all-time Mountain Dew flavors.
Top what?
Can you rank your top Mountain Dew flavors for us quick?
Yeah, number one is probably Mountain Dew Whiteout, which you can also get at Holiday gas station.
Okay.
Number two is probably Mountain Dew Live Wire. That's the orange one. Maybe that's number one. Anyways, You can also find that at Holiday.
This is getting away from us, Jake.
Number 3 is Purple Thunder.
Okay. there
Where's
we go.
regular? You got to put the OG in the top 3.
I kind of burned myself out on OG Mountain Dew.
Okay. That makes sense.
You drink it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It gets a
Yeah.
little old.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a little Mountain Dew Purple Thunder, head to your nearest Holiday gas station. Look for the blue neon light. You can see it beaconing in the distance.
Yes, you can. No matter what you're looking for.
Go get that Purple Thunder. Holiday gas stations, baby. Did we decide what we're going to talk about now?
Not really.
Up for interpretation.
We could do last things you Googled. We could talk about Charlie Berens is back, but also not. He's here somewhere.
So do you want to hop on quick here for 10?
Oh, sure.
Jake, you have to give up.
Yeah, here you go, Charlie. Why don't you find a spot to squeeze in over there?
Okay.
We can't see you.
Oh, you want me to go sit over by you? Should I do that? Is that weird?
No, get on.
All right.
We'll go 4 deep.
Nice. How we doing here, fellas? How do we like the digs?
It's a comfy couch.
The pad.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. Yeah, nothing but the best. Plenty of rooms in the
This
deal.
is nice.
The hell's going on? Oh, there we go. Those went off. Yeah, thanks for being here. So this is where I watch birds. Binocs right there.
those are nice binoculars. You were
See?
talking them up, and I think that they came through.
I like to think of myself as somewhat knowledgeable in binoculars, and that is a fine pair you have.
Thank you. It's a fine pair of Knox. Now, there's a story behind it. I did get a little coupon for these, shall we say?
Smart.
But hashtag not yet a sponsor. You want to look at them? You probably want to look at them. They're heavy.
I was peeking with them earlier.
Yeah, I figured. That when you said that, I figured you.
Quite the range.
Also,
It's tough with
quite-
the spectacles on.
Quite psychotic to not have a strap on those babies.
Well, here's the thing. They need a tripod. Actually, those are some tripod Knox. Now, I do have another pair of more portable Knox because I feel the sadness in my soul with new binoculars.
That's your professional pair, and then you have your on-the-go pair put away right now.
That's for the backyard.
So do you ever get worried that your neighbors are thinking you're the creepy guy with the binoculars on his balcony?
Yeah, I have thought that, but truthfully, not even creepy guys spend that much time on their balcony looking out their binoculars. You know what I mean?
They're like, yeah, he's not creeping on anyone. He's doing this too much.
Yeah, he's been following that one family of ducks around for the past hour. You know, if they were that curious, they would call the police. The police would come, and they would get there with enough time to watch me do that for another hour. And they would figure out I'm following the
they
ducks.
wouldn't even have to come upstairs. They could just watch you. They could have binoculars out watching you, and then you could call the cops on the cop for watching you look through binoculars through their binoculars.
It's getting very meta. I like it.
I think what you do is you just start your own bird watching club in the building.
So I've been thinking of that. Now the problem is
no one else wants to bird watch.
Finding members has been a huge hurdle. It's been a tough one to overcome.
I put up a bulletin on the downstairs in the entryway. No one was about it.
Yes. Yeah. I even said I'd give away free concert tickets. You know, I would give you free Manitowoc Minute merch. Still, nobody showed up.
Well,
you know?
yeah, I mean, you'll have that. If you,
How long
go to
until we get
oubetcha.com.
Oh, that sounded like an organic merch plug, but it actually wasn't intended to drive people to manitowoc.com.
oubetcha.com.
What it was really intended to do was show how much I would have to give people in order for them to go bird watching with me, including manitowoc.com.
Well, if you're in the Milwaukee area, hit up Charlie and say you want to be a part of the Charlie Berens Birdwatching Club.
The Brew City Birdwatchers.
Oh, I like that. That actually.
BCB.
How have you not got anyone to sign up?
Actually, don't publish this. I want to actually make that a website before someone buys that.
Yeah, you have literally
Brew City Birdwatch.
6
The
hours.
way around that, we just say we already have the website, and then nobody even bothers.
That is
to
true.
look.
Oh yeah, we
Don't
already
even
have the
bother going and getting the
website.
website. Charlie's got that
Brew
unlocked.
City Birdwatchers. Damn, that's gonna be gone. I'm gonna really have to. I'm gonna text. I'm gonna see if my brother loves me enough to get that tonight.
Yeah, you better. It's coming out in the morning. So,
Yeah. All right.
Tyler, I want you to list off 3 of the segments we got. Charlie's going to choose which one. And we're
Okay.
gonna
Yeah.
Okay. Fill the silence. Fill the silence. I'm pulling it up.
Do you like that idea, Brew City Birdwatchers?
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice that you had an idea ready to go.
Yeah, you acted like you just thought of that on the spot.
No,
Really,
I
you've been
literally
planning
just
this.
saw that.
That's what you were doing in the gym down there.
Are you excited to do stand up tonight?
We'll see. It'll be fun.
You're kind of nervous, aren't
A
you?
little bit. I haven't done it in
Yeah.
a long time.
I'm excited to see.
Like
that. I think
what?
it'll be
Like a
fun.
month?
A little over a month, yeah.
That's fine.
Considering I started like 3 months ago.
What's your hot 5?
My hot 5.
Yeah, let everyone know so it's less funny when they see you live.
What's a hot 5? I don't even.
Well, hot 5's you every time you go up, you have 5 minutes that kills in every room.
No, I don't have that.
Oh, that's what you gotta do.
He has 5, but it's not necessarily hot.
Yeah, I have a lukewarm.
Yeah. A lukewarm
3.
what? 3?
Yeah, probably.
Nice, but you haven't. It's the recurring
I
bits.
know where-
You have
yeah,
them
I know where it's
memorized.
at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, I'll pull it out of the vault.
Strong 3 would be
You got any
awesome.
tips for me before I go up there?
Before you go up there,
Yeah.
just take a deep breath,
Okay.
deeper shot of whiskey. You'll be fine. No, I do a lot of breathing exercises before I go on stage. Actually,
Do you actually?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
You find
Is
that
it
helps?
mostly accompanied by tears?
The tears are in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yep, those are
See, Jake,
good.
it's way cooler if a grown man cries before he goes does a stand up, not if he's getting yelled at 13 years old behind the plate as an umpire.
Oh wow.
He has no mic, so he can't defend himself.
Feels
either.
like a deep callback.
All right, I got segment.
Oh, I
ideas.
screwed up the whole thing.
No, you're good,
Sorry,
You're good. I
sorry.
like that talk. All right, I'll pick
talk.
That was good. That was.
It
good.
was fine. Maybe it's good for the Cripes cast, but this one we got a higher standard.
We do. Look at all
Oh,
these segments.
Is
we got
that
ready
really
to
the
go.
case? Is that what you do? You think on the Cripes cast I just talk and talk until I'm sick of editing everything else and it just all goes up? Is that what you?
Charlie? We haven't listened.
Because that's absolutely
We don't know.
accurate. I
No,
know. I was
it's-
so
Oh.
honored. I was so
No,
honored.
we've
when you
listened.
said
We've
that.
listened.
Well, I've listened to this.
Charlie, let him say the 3.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we could go through our guilty pleasures. We could decide what we would do if we were president for one day, or the best excuses to get out of trouble.
President for one day.
Okay,
right.
so now your decisions that you make as president are now standing, and they will last for a while.
Basically, it's more so like if you were like king of a country, because
Yeah, king for the day.
it's like what would you change that no one could say no to is basically what it is.
Oh,
First of all, Charlie would force people into his bird watching club.
Well, I think what you would do, Charlie, to get what the real root of the problem is parents aren't teaching their kids to bird watch anymore. So you got to make it a mandatory class in elementary schools that they got to bird watch.
this is, I like what I'm hearing, senators. I like what I'm hearing. Now, with this bird watching class, do we force it upon them, force them to do it? Is this part of the
Part of the curriculum. now. Yeah.
Yes, like touch math. Touch math and bird watching.
Now they have we've talked about this in this podcast, but they just have new math now.
yeah.
Yeah. They just
Did we talk about that in another episode?
I don't know. We talked about it at some point. But
Oh, have you and I talked about it?
I don't know.
Well, now we have. Yeah, touch math. Like if you're 4, you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You just
Did I ruin this segment?
This is
by
an
the way?
electric presidency.
Yeah, so far, you guys have my vote 100%.
Yeah, that's good. So, and then so we end this game by saying, "All in for bird watching for the nation." Say aye.
Aye.
Amen. That's great. That's a great
not
game.
church and
Next
state.
topic.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. You got one, Tyler or Matt? You got some?
Oh, we go around the horn. This
Yeah.
isn't just
You're
a
not the
game
only
for me.
president.
Panel.
This
Your
isn't the
panel,
Cripes
yep.
cast, dude. It's not just you.
Look at this. I have to sit on here and take all these burns in my own household.
On your own
in front of
couch.
my own birds. You call me out like that. All right, sorry. We're
Oh,
off
you got one?
the
Because I got one
track.
if you don't.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Well, I think first and foremost, the 4-day work week, we're overdue.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that one just seems like a common sense. It kind of feels like I'm just running for student council president. Like I'm saying ice cream Fridays at this point. But
I'm gonna bring back cookies in the lunchroom.
How many false student council promises were there?
Oh my God, I made infinite ones.
Yeah, Myles was student president.
No, I was senior class president.
That's
worse. I wasn't student body president. All right.
What's the difference?
And what I found out is they don't even make the senior class president plan the reunions anymore. There's just someone at the school that does it.
It's like just a title. It's not even like any power.
Yeah.
What responsibilities did you have as senior class
we
president?
were in charge of coming up with the homecoming T-shirts.
Choosing that makes sense.
Choosing like the dress up days on homecoming week, all those types of things.
Pajama day, always a hit.
The real stuff.
I think that's what I would do. I would if there is a 5-day work week, Friday's pajama day.
Yeah.
Or school spirit.
Workday spirit. You got to like dress up in your company's colors, you know?
Yeah.
Streamers all over the offices and stuff. Every Friday.
Dress up a dreary break room with some streamers and balloons.
Donuts for breakfast.
I'm not voting for you, Tyler.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm out.
Yeah.
Wait, that's how it works?
Well,
are we voting for each other?
I lost. We had this weird thing where our pockets were touching and both our phones are in the shared. But that's a bit right there. You know, when two people have phones in their pockets and one goes off, like, oh, it's me.
Yeah, if you're watching the video, you saw Charlie and I were both just like awkwardly like touching our phone.
Yeah.
We couldn't tell whose
Groping
phone
each
was
other.
ringing.
Yeah, we couldn't. We were touching each other's phone. You know, it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
And I only just kind of met you, so I'm glad we shared that moment together.
yeah, Charlie moves fast, man.
Yeah.
He's a slow talker, but he's a fast mover, you know?
Wow. Why am I just sitting on here taking all the heat? What's going on? Did the Heat Force leave the podcast and now I'm replacing that? I'm just getting.
Well, it's a presidential campaign. You got to throw shots at each other.
You do have to
debate,
throw
basically.
shots at each other.
You can kick us
I wish
out
we were
whenever you
doing this
want to.
podcast in the kitchen because then I could say, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Well, we could have been that. I mean, we can move it all right now. Let's start it over. Let's start from the top. Can we take it from the top?
Oh, your
That'd be good.
binoculars, Charlie. They're very nice.
Thank you.
Wow, those things are
Oh, my
professional grade.
God.
Where's your strap on those things?
You just said strap on. Okay, let's
Dude, this has been a long day for us.
Yeah.
We started shooting content. What time is it, Jake? It is 9:30 p.m. We started at 10 a.m. We've been literally shooting content the entire day. Yeah, I think my brain's a little fried. I would maybe, if I was president on the 4-day work week, I think I make Wednesday part of the weekend.
I don't hate
everyone
that.
takes Wednesday off, so you only have to work 2 days in a row.
I don't hate that at all. Two-day chunks.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is the work week.
Well, okay. So if that's the work week, then you just totally rearrange the bartender's work week, you know?
Well, sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
That's just one more day for tips for those bartenders too, though,
true.
Charlie.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is they don't have the. How do we equate them in the work week situation?
Think about that though. The Monday now there's no more Monday blues. Monday becomes basically a Thursday.
That's interesting. Yeah, well, it's still your first day back, so I think you'll always have those blues.
Thursday is also your first day back.
Yeah, it's not tough to swallow at all if you're just going for 2 days.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if we would have made just a week an even 8, so we could just go 2 on, 2 off, just alternating constantly. So whoever invented the 7-day week,
I
Probably
think
the
that
Romans.
was God, according to the Bible.
that's right.
On day 7, he rested. Okay, So I won't tell your mom.
Rested another
why
day.
couldn't
worry.
you rest it on day 3?
And then 6 and 7.
Why couldn't he just take it 3 days to rest? This whole thing would be different.
Also, why did it start again after he rested for a day? Because if he just kept resting, then would the week have kept going?
Well, he decided to get up and get out.
back after
Yeah,
it.
and then he had a whole lot of other things to create after that. He didn't just stop with that.
Welcome to You Bet Your Radio, your classic religion and politics talk.
Well, now I'm just wondering if God had the Sunday scaries while he was resting.
That's a good bit.
You know, the world wasn't built in
Sorry, I hit your
a
toe.
day. It was built in 6 days. All right. So
Yeah, that's-
Catholic schoolboy humor there.
no, this is great. This is great. Can I borrow this for my stand-up set? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah,
Can I
go
develop
ahead.
that? Does
Matt
anyone else
already-
can use
Yeah,
it? Matt, have you called it? All
I'm
right.
not.
Well, you can take it.
You
We'll both
called
try it.
dibs.
We'll both try it out.
It's a
tonight,
good
see who does
topic.
better.
Yeah, you
We
both
should
do a
do
high
that.
five.
Should we do a hot five on this? That'd be great. And we just have to improvise it, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
No one's
think I
got time for
ruined this game somewhere.
The game ended.
Oh, okay,
There was
okay.
no
I think.
game.
No, you should do it. That's a good bet. We should try that.
Do it. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Go
Right
right
now.
now.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
No. What is
All right,
going
see you,
on?
man.
He's really committing to that. I like that.
I don't know what he's
That's
doing.
That's very
I thought he was going to do a hot five right now.
No, I bombed. I went to the open mic.
oh yeah.
Can hear him
In
booing from
the other
here.
room. Oh, this is great. This is
So
fun.
is that a real plant or a fake plant, Charlie?
That's real plant. That is,
How is it not dead yet?
I talk to that plant. We hang out. I tell it how my day is. You know, that plant.
what kind of plant is that?
It's a rubber plant. Something.
So it's not a real one?
No, it's a real plant, but I think it's like a rubber tree or something. I don't know.
Is that actually a plant?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I have never learned anything about plants.
He's not a botany guy.
Yeah, I'm not a botanist. Like, we learned about trees a little bit in
Yeah.
like 7th grade,
Yeah.
whatever class that was.
Yeah.
Is it just science?
Thanks,
Deciduous.
science.
Yep.
But they don't teach you about plants and shit like that. They just stick
No.
mainly to trees. I think it's because the trees are kind of like the flashy of the botanist
Yeah.
world. They're kind of,
Well, on the same token, think about me. I have binoculars to look at birds, but why don't I have super binoculars to look at bugs?
that is true.
Like, do you know how much
super binoculars? You mean a magnifying glass?
potentially?
Keep the
But
bugs under magnifying.
no. But we can put a man on the moon, and do all that. But we can't get like little magnifying glass binoculars. Why not?
I think that's called a microscope.
No, I understand, but why can't we work them in the same way, the same
A
action?
mobile version.
A mobile version, yeah, because if you are like just on the forest in your knees, you can see some crazy creatures, I would imagine.
I can't say I've tried.
No, but if you're looking at bugs the way you're looking at birds, I mean, are you kidding? Have you guys watched Planet Earth?
Not recently, no.
It's
That's
amazing.
actually a great argument.
It's an amazing argument because every time you're looking through binoculars, you're looking at planet Earth in real time. You know, I mean that I'm not even kidding you. You got a good enough pair of binoculars, and you
you just pitching your bird watching club again?
yeah, I would say, how many
Brew City
times can you work
Birdwatchers.
this in?
I'm glad we brought that up. I forgot I was supposed to write that down. That's what I was trying to remember before. I really derailed the shit out of this podcast.
It's all right. It wasn't. The train wasn't going anywhere anyways. So
All right, well, might as well keep going in circles.
So about the bugs.
Yeah, the bugs. We got to get bugnoculars.
you must have been a
I gotta
pretty big
get that
fan of
website,
Bugs
too.
Life back in the day.
If you look at bugs, you don't see them up close often. If you're seeing them up close the way you're looking through birds and binoculars, I mean, do you know how if you put VR in front of that, it would sell out. You know, people would be like, sick, I want to look at bugs like that. You know?
I think it's like the more that how absurd you look, crouched down on your knees, really close to the ground.
Yeah.
In the
You
dirt
must-
somewhere. I think that's probably what turns people off.
It's a well-known Midwesterner philosophy that the more absurd you look, the more fun you're having. And so,
Can I get an example?
yeah, dancing, looking at bugs through
I look great while I
binoculars.
dance. All right.
I'd love to see it. Let's. Can we put some music on? Is that cool? And
Well,
someone
that'll
wanna
be for
give 'em a
the You
beat?
Betcha After Hours pod.
No, let's put it on this. Come on, it'll be on the Patreon.
No, really, my dancing is not appropriate for regular internet. It's after hours.
No,
Trust me.
I know. So we cut here and we promote your Patreon. Everyone, check out the Patreon. You'll get Myles dancing. What song should he dance to? Can we put that on?
Margaritaville.
All right, let's put that on. Yeah,
We'll put that on the Patreon.
and cut. Wow! Oh my gosh! Holy smoke! You guys have to check out the Patreon. I mean, if you didn't just see that, never seen a pecker peck like that before in my life. I mean,
Even through binoculars.
wow. And he got me a pair of those microscopic binoculars. That was all a setup for that Patreon. You've got to sign up this week. Oh my gosh. Wow. Holy smokes.
I mean, that's just what you get when you sign up for the You Betcha Radio Patreon.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll take 10%.
Are you a subscriber now?
Yeah, I subscribed in more than one way. You know? Wow.
Well, if you're looking for that link, Charlie, it's in a different description.
Yeah.
His
feet too. Let me tell you. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was hearing where you were going with that.
Yeah, it's wild. So, should we go get some food? I'm hungry.
So, president for a day.
What are you doing?
I think I'm maybe banning bird watching. Some people just like to watch the world burn, Charlie. I'm going to be honest.
He pulls out a Batman reference for it. Awesome.
You want to know how I got these scars?
We should do Midwest Batman. We should do that. Let's do that this week. Forget what we're doing tomorrow. Let's get you. You can be. Who do you want to be? The Joker or Batman? Dude, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll be the Joker.
You either die a hero or you live long enough. That was Bruce Wayne.
Was that John Mayer? Very breathy.
That was breathy. It was
That's good. You could do that.
It was an angsty John Mayer is really what that was.
Do you want to know how that deer got its scars? I was driving in my Chevy pickup truck and I saw it and I went a little faster and it died. What do you think about that? What are you going to hunt now in the fall?
And it ran off in the woods. I wouldn't even know if I hit it. What I would do when I hit it.
We gotta do it. Let's do it tomorrow. Promise me we'll do it tomorrow.
I can't promise
Please.
you that, Charlie.
Is this a good idea or not? Objectively.
You can't choose the guy without the mic.
Objectively, is it a good idea or no? It's a meh. I'm putting my heart and soul into this right now. Be Batman. I'll be Joker. Start from the top.
Hey. They're like, howdy there, neighbor.
How you doing? It's good to see you. Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I like your hedges. I like what you did with them. You know what do you want to know how I cleared my hedges? Do you want me to get up on your roof right now?
Oh my God. That is actually nightmare
It could be
fuel.
fucking funny. It could be that. Oh, sorry. Can I say
yeah.
Make sure my mom doesn't. Is that not funny or not? Come on, give me a little something. Is it dumb?
I think it's funny. How does Midwest Batman work? There's no skyscrapers for him to jump off.
That's another funny bit. We were talking about that. We were doing a Midwest
driving the Batmobile during a roundabout.
Exactly. We were doing a Midwest Spider-Man. We were trying to figure out how to do that, but Spider-Man would have nowhere to go. So it's just like if Spider-Man was an aisle, it'd be like.
So getting tangled up in a tree.
No, not even that. Just like just face plant in a cornfield. Oh man.
Is there a superhero that's even fitted for the Midwest? They're all like built for cities.
They are.
Aquaman, he's built for the pool.
Is that part of your hot five?
No, this is good.
What's the deal with superheroes? They're all built for tall buildings except for Aquaman.
Oh my gosh.
A pencil and pen.
That's funny. Do not steal that joke. No, I'm kidding. That is a good one. You should
Yeah,
write
well,
that down.
I mean, hey, I like where your head's at. Let's maybe work it out a little more before we decide to commit.
You know what? You don't even need to commit to it. It's already down. I'm going to do it solo. Okay? I'm going to do it solo.
I knew he's like, I'm retracting the offer. Yeah.
No, I'm not retracting the offer. I'm pleading with. Do you know how great it would be if you were Batman? Do you know how great that would be?
There's got to be a costume shop close.
Oh, yeah, we can find a costume.
All right. We've gone way too long on this, haven't we? It's time to wrap it up, isn't it?
Are you just commanding this podcast at this point?
I don't know.
All right, guys. That was another episode of the Cripes Cast. Watch out for deer. Keep her moving, and tell your folks I says hi.
Yeah, man, Dogman.com. No, really, I was just I just haven't eaten in a long time.
I don't think any of us have.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
All right, guys. Charlie said we're done with this podcast.
No. I didn't mean it like that. I was just, that's where I thought you wanted to end it a while ago. So I was just reading that. And then I went longer with the whole Batman thing. So this was me being polite. I'm trying to be polite here, not rude.
No,
also hungry.
Yeah, you're good. All right. Well, let's wrap it up, Tyler. What do you think? Is that
Yeah,
we got?
we're good.
You know, one more segment you want to do?
No, I think we've done them all.
Sure, we don't want to do pet peeves.
Yeah, you know.
Guilty pleasures.
No,
I don't think we want to know.
Charlie's is bird watching, so yeah.
Yeah.
there
I
we
don't think
go.
he's guilty about it in any way.
No shit. All right. Every time you come on this podcast,
Yeah.
Charlie, all we ever do is talk about birds.
Not my problem. It is my passion, your
We should
problem.
put like a sheet in front of him next time he's on. Just says topics to stay away from.
Sorry.
Just birds.
And then he
Why?
starts going down the road. We just hold up the sheet and point to it. All right, next time we'll try and maybe talk about. We can talk fish maybe.
Hey, I'll talk about fish right now.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Bet Your Radio podcasts. Subscribe to the Patreon. Go check out Charlie's Cripecast. Charlie, thanks for coming on. Thanks for letting us crash at your pad.
Yeah, no, you crashed my pad, I crashed your podcast. So we've done the same amount of damage to both. So
Emotional damage. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, may your ranch be runny, your bush lattes forever be cold. Cheers, everybody.
I think we should redo it.
Don't you worry.